Welcome back tonight. The second of two public forums on a developing health problem will be hosted by the NAACP of Greater Indianapolis. It's a story we've covered before at RTV6, the problem with lead in drinking water here in Indianapolis. With me is Gary Holland with the NAACP and Dr. Vicki Sudhalter. She's a neuropsychologist who's worked on lead poisoning cases across the country. Guys, thanks so much for being with us here today.
Thank you for having us.
We don't want to fear monger. We want people to know the facts, what they need to be worried about or not worried about here in Indianapolis. Talk to me a little bit about the findings and what people need to know who live here in Indianapolis and have kids that go to schools here.
Well, at the NAACP, we wanted to be proactive when we learned about elevated levels of lead in drinking fountains and sinks. And once we learned about that, we wanted to be able to help the children who may have been poisoned to have remediation. And we connected with the Marion County Health Department, who was able to come in and to test those children, K through 1, through the IPS board in the Bears Charter Schools and with Pike Township. And we had a forum dealing with legislation because we wanted to have Indiana to be a part of having some form of mandating for children for lead. So tonight we will have a forum just looking at how do we service and help the children through remediation. So we wanted to get national experts to come in to help us understand that.
Okay, and Doctor, you'll be on the board of this forum, correct? Informing people. What do parents need to know? What are some of the signs and symptoms?
Well, initially, once the parent has found out that their child does have high levels of lead, I recommend absolutely that the child get formally tested to see what have been the consequences of the lead. The lead can cause a whole spectrum of cognitive disabilities that include language issues, memory issues, attentional issues, impulse control issues, and other types of behavioral problems. So, again, once the parent understands that the child has been lead poisoned, they should get the child tested and then bring the results. Well, the school system should understand the results, and then between the parents and the school system begin to create a program of therapies to address the consequences of the child having been lead poisoned.
Okay, and so we're going to learn more about all of this tonight at the forum. Can you tell me when, where, how do people get there?
This forum will be held at the IU School of Law. We have about 7 panel members nationally. Dr. Mona Hanna, who is the pediatrician from Flint, Michigan. Dr. Janet Phoenix, who is a part of the Milken Institute School of Public Health at George Washington University. Anna Eisner, who is part of the Brown University's Health and Wellness. And Dr. Virginia Kane and Carla Johnson. So we are hoping again to look at strategies that could help with the remediation and those barriers to those strategies so that we can move forward.
Okay, always good to be proactive. All the information right now for that event is at the bottom of our screen. Thanks for being with us here today.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this break.